Cooking with Valerie is back. I know it's been a while, but here we go. This week we are making my dad's 60th birthday dinner. When of course when there is a birthday, you gotta have a cake. I have one of my favorite flavors, spice. Yes, I know, it's his birthday. He wanted banana flavor. I couldn't find it, so I went with his second choice, which happens to be my favorite too. Calls for 3 eggs. And don't forget the icing, but I have 2 cans of icing. You'll see why later. Lots of sprinkles. A cup of water. A 1/3 cup of oil. And of course, once it's all decorated, you have a little decoration that I got from my bakery job at Kroger. Special candles, if you get my meaning. And this is a cookie cutter, yes, but there is a plan. You'll see later. 2 pans. And of course, my favorite, Baker's Joy. It's the best stuff to use when it comes to making a cake. Alright, little tip. When you're spraying your cake pans, I spray it over my sink, so you don't get all your counter space and workspace saturated in whatever spray you happen to be using. And I saturate the heck out of these pans. You never know. It helps. We are making beef stew. This is peeled, cut, submerged in water, and in the fridge. As long as it's in water and in the fridge, it'll keep. Beef stew. Here it is. I cut it smaller. It'll cook faster. Seasoned with minced onion, salt, pepper, garlic salt, basil, and oregano. And this, green onions chopped up. Now you're asking, why is it in a Ziploc bag and in a container? Well, I prepared this yesterday, so I don't want my refrigerator smelling like green onions. Stick it in a Ziploc bag. It'll keep even longer. See? Still green. And this is the rolls. It comes in 8 in a tube, container, whatever you want to call it. And here's some extra sharp cheese. 16 pieces. Now, I don't know if I'm going to use all 16, but inside each of those are going to be cheese. And of course, shredded up, extra sharp cheese, my favorite flavor. Now, let's get the stew meat on the pan. Fresh out of the oven. They're still hot to the touch, so it wouldn't be advisable to ice them now. That is the bottom of the cake. Look how perfect it is. This one too. Now we let them cool about 30 minutes. And I'll show you how to ice them. Now it's time to ice the cake. See, I have my icing bag or piping bag, whichever you want to call it, with the ring and coupler already inside. If you look closely at there's not a perfect point because I snipped it off. Just a teeny bit. Just enough to get the air bubbles out. And I found a good little hint. You stick it in a tall glass like this. Push it all the way down. And put a rubber band on the outside of the cup. See? And you have something to hold your icing bag while you fill it. Like so. Just put a teeny little dollop of icing. It'll keep your cake still on the cake pan. Put that first layer of icing on the bottom. Excuse me, the middle. You can have it thin, thick, or just right. Hold on just a second. See, it's iced. Don't worry, it'll look better. You won't see the lines of the cake as much. Just a second. Think of my drop lines. They're not perfect, I know. It's no Buddy Velostro or anything. See? Now let's put some sprinkles on. His cake. What do you guys think? His birthday's on the 19th. He'll be the big 6-0. I hope he likes it. It'll be a few more minutes, but the meat's getting done and it smells absolutely wonderful. I almost forgot, you gotta sprinkle the chopped green onions you did earlier. The cooked meat is in with the potatoes. You get your gravy packet and you stir it in. This is mostly for color and flavor, as you can see. Now you're going to get the rest of your green onions. There you go. Now we're going to stir this up. There you go. See you in a few minutes. Okay. The potatoes are cooking because they're going to take the longest. And here goes just a little bit of olive oil. There. Let that heat up for a bit. Then we're going to start on the meat. Yay! It'll be a few more minutes, but the meat's getting done and it smells absolutely wonderful. I almost forgot, you gotta sprinkle the chopped green onions you did earlier. The cooked meat is in with the potatoes. You get your gravy packet and you stir it in. This is mostly for color and flavor, as you can see. Now you're going to get the rest of your green onions. There you go. Now we're going to stir this up. There you go. See you in a few minutes. Well, as you can see, the stew is done. I'm just waiting for the rolls to be done. They have pieces of cheese inside each one. Delicious. See you on the next episode.